The What It Takes Radio Company presents Interesting Ideas. And today we're going to do a little bit of a different deal. I'm going to talk to you about a program which we call On the Edge. And this is an introduction to hopefully help us all learn how to live better
Greetings, ladies and
when
gentlemen,
things are
and
on
welcome
the edge.
to Interesting Ideas. And the interesting idea is, what do you do when you are on the edge, which most of us are. And I, in particular, am in a variety of ways. So I thought we would talk about that. But today, I discovered when I got up for my morning walk, it seemed a little bit harder and rougher. And by the time I got around the lake, uh, I had a cold, obviously, and it also struck me in such a way that I got a little lightheaded and dizzy. So I have to take it a bit easy today, and thank you for your patience on that. Now, the idea of on the edge is something that I've been working with for many, many years, and so I've had that kind of a thing that we have talked about. This is a new production of a program that I did a number of years ago, which has been updated, and it was called the Changemaker Minute, and it was put out with just kind of a 1 minute little tip for the day on business, entrepreneurship, and perhaps putting into that a little bit of the idea of spirit development. You know, all those together: personal, business, spirit development. And we have done that for many years, and we still have a lot of those things, and they tend to be in the business evergreen. Now, when I mean evergreen, that means you can use it anytime. It's timeless. It doesn't have any particular time things that it is being talked about, situations that are happening right then. Now, when I did this originally, a number of them were relevant to the moment, and they still are. But of course, if I do that, I have to change the context of it, and usually I can find one to do that. But what I wanted just to do is to ask you to think about this. We're going to start putting these out again. They'll be about 2 to 3 minutes, and they are about being on the edge. Now, that is, for me, more than a slogan right now. There's some things in my life which really do have me on the edge. So I have to work those things through, and I have to solve them and get over them and overcome them, and hopefully be more than a conqueror, because we're on the edge on a number of situations. But of course, what that means is not only are we on the edge, sometimes difficulties, but it also means that we're attempting to live on the edge. We're risk takers. We are not safely secure in the middle. We are on the boundaries. We go out to the edge. And that's where the action is. That's where change is happening. That's where perhaps we can make our greatest contribution, is when we make a point of truly being on the edge, both in terms of the things we understand, the ideas that we have, and hopefully the coaching and counsel we can give. It is on the edge. Now, part of the reason I'm doing this is I would really like you to be a part of this. Have you got some ideas? I would love to have you to say, okay, I understand what that's about. And perhaps I could do a little 2 or 3 minute presentation about being on the edge, sort of an encouragement to other people, perhaps a way for me to demonstrate a little of my wisdom, insight, and truth. And as I pointed out to a friend the other day who is talking about helping particularly veterans over PTSD who've gone through trauma, what we are discovering, even though they are reluctant to do it, they didn't want to be on a radio program. No, we don't want to be on a radio program. Is that part of their therapy, part of their help, will not just be to deal with it, but to speak on it, to give a expression to it, to tell others about it. You see, because what happens is that if you've gone through a real trauma, you have to, in some ways, create a community of people who can help you as we help one another. And so that's a part of what we are all about, and that's a part of what we're hoping to do. So, what I'd like to encourage you to do, we'll get back to some of our interesting ideas. Number of things are coming up, but we will start putting these out. They are 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes 4, but they're short enough, and they're meant to help you think about what your life and business and how it could be better. Because, in effect, not only are you living on the edge, not only are you on the edge, but you want to perform on the edge too. So there we go. Just a short one today, but thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to this, and I would love to hear from you. StanHouston@gmail.com, StanHouston@gmail.com, and give me some of your on the edge ideas. I would be grateful. Thank you.